right, guys, what is going on? What is good? What is good? Welcome to Market Maker Monday. Market Maker Monday right here on YouTube. Right here on YouTube. Big fellas. Big fellas. Hope you guys had a good weekend. Let me know what you guys did. If you did anything worth knowing, let me know. Let me know in the chat. 26 people, 4 likes. Man, oh man, what am I gonna do with y'all? What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? 26 people and 4 likes to start the stream. I understand you guys hate Monday. I get that. Most people hate Monday. I get it. But that doesn't mean you gotta hate me too. You know? Like, come on. Golly. Yeah, Dylan, we got 16 likes now. Like, that's about half. Half you are cool. The other half you, y'all are gonna take an L. Straight to stop loss if you don't like the stream. Your next trade's running right to the stop loss if you don't like the stream. What's good? Naruto, Mason, Felix, Miguel, Shay, Pop, Everneth, Monkey 2020, Mr. Young, Amin, Joe, Dylan, Willow. Where it says one printed chart, does that mean study at least one market or chart? It means print off one chart every day. It means print one chart every single day. You guys don't probably do that either, but I at least try to get you to do it. Let's get Flacco, reading, walking, taking leaves. Very nice. Live music and ate a juicy burger. Love to see it. Felix, what'd you think of Gladiator 2? What's good, Crispy J? What's good, George? Yeah, what'd you think of Gladiator 2? I mean, I liked it. Hell, I spent fucking like $90 to watch it between the tickets and the popcorn and the drinks. Might as well get the DVD whenever that comes out. I think Interstellar actually is back in some of the movie theaters as well. Or it was. That was a good movie too. A little bit long, but good movie. Good movie. All right, so there were some play-by-plays today that I did on Twitter. I'll show you about those or tell you about those. Felix, you still haven't seen Gladiator 1? Get out of my chat. Get out. Get out of my chat. You haven't seen the greatest movie of all time. Get. Interstellar sold out near me. Oh, nice. All right, Dylan. See, that's what I like, though. Some proactiveness. We need more of that. I wish more students were like that. Instead of asking me every fucking thing they can think of. I mean, I love you guys, but damn. I love you guys, but damn. Okay, so there's kind of a mix here because I did tweet about NQ, but I did reference ES. So that might seem a bit confusing, but let me at least tell you. Okay. So when ES was right around like 60, 95, 94s, this little area right here, I said I like NQ longs, but something doesn't seem right with ES. No trade for me here. So why would I say that? Well, I liked, again, NQ. Okay. Actually, if we post that on the same chart, okay. I was tweeting on the way down. I'm pretty sure. But anyway, that's not the point. The point was, you know, this was almost looking like a mitigation. And I said, all right, try and get that back here. Okay. It looked like a mitigation, right? And it's like, well, I like NQ longs, and there was a possibility that we could get up here. And that's why I was saying that. Yeah, Ricky, get him out of here. Get him out of here. Go watch it and come back. We'll see you tomorrow. I'll even stream on my birthday tomorrow. But you got to go watch the fucking movie. I figured we might be able to get up there. It's a possibility. But this is why I included that. ES doesn't seem right. Like something is off. You know, I don't know what it is, but like something is just, it's not right. So we have this, what is it? London's low at 60.88 and a half. And then we have some highs up here and we're right in the middle of that. So it's like, okay, can I justify longs on NQ? Possibly, sure. I mean, it ran a previous low and it's looking like it's forming a mitigation. Can I justify longs on ES? Yes, I could. But as you'll see on my chart, the data low, right? So if we scroll back to Friday of last week, we had, what was it, FOMC or something to that effect, and that was here. So that data low is 6,076. Now I taught you guys, you know, when looking at charts, especially on news days or the day after, the trading day after, that there's going to be liquidity at the data low and the data high. Now, obviously, if we ran higher, you know, here that same day, we still have liquidity at that data low, right? So that is another reason why in the 60-90s, you know, 76 is only not even 20 points away. So there's a possibility that we could get down there. So basically what I'm saying is I like NQ longs, but ES doesn't align with that. And for that reason, I can't justify longs on NQ, right? So what actually takes place? Well, if you were watching it and paying attention, that mitigation actually became an inversion. Okay, I don't know if you noticed that or not. Right? Potential mitigation broken at 910. Right? So what does that become? Well, if it ain't bullish, what's it likely to be, chat? Bearish. See that? 915. New 15-minute candle. And it trades up and into the halfway point of that inverted mitigation, leaves the upper half open. Every concept has premium and discount, right? So discount end, premium end, we leave a little bit open. Okay, don't be afraid to zoom in, chat. That right there is what I'm referring to. That little bit of space. That right there. That space is left open. And then what do? We fucking crush. It gets wrecked. Trades all the way down here to the 440s. Or the there's the 420 level again. Dude, we literally cannot escape the 420 level. That needs to be studied. That needs to be absolutely studied. I don't know why we can't escape that 420 level. Anyway, that is also important because, and one of you pointed this out earlier, okay, the imbalance up here, Beautiful short, by the way. I forgot who that was. One of you took that trade. That was disgusting. It was utterly disgusting. And so we have some low resistant lows down here. Right. And this is actually looking like a very nice market maker sell model on this particular time frame, right? Consolidation, ran higher, kind of a flag here, you know, fake breakout to the upside, shift lower, imbalance, leave the upper half open, you know, treat that like a not as a breakaway, but as the first imbalance formed on the way to opposing liquidity. So the upper half should be left open, or at least a portion of the upper half should be left open. We see that, and it fucking rocks. So why am I telling you all this? Because I don't think we're ready to long yet. Okay, I don't think we're ready to long. I had an order at I was about to put in an order at 60.67, and I pulled it. But you can probably already kind of see why. Why do you think that would be? Because the gray box, or the gray lines, excuse me, they always represent the same thing. Gaps. Okay, let's go ahead and take that off. The gaps. So we have Tuesday, December 3rd, that down close candle, and then the open of Wednesday, the 4th. Okay, so the close of the 3rd, open of the 4th, right? That's from 60, 67 to 60, 63. I like small ranges like that because it makes the stop smaller too. I like that. All right. So remember, every concept has a premium and discount. So if we were to apply that, as I have told you time and time and time again, okay, there is your gap premium and gap discount. So we traded one tick, or like right to the discount in that, right? But now here's the issue. Was good, Z? It's been a minute, bro. Where you been? Where have you been? Yeah, I mean, that's good trade management in my opinion, right? Looking at ES to manage a trade on NQ, and you ended up breaking even, right? Longing on a down day. That to me is really, really good trade management. So if you would have been like those fucking retards on Twitter who just take a trade and walk away, you would have taken an L. But no, you did some smart shit, you know, because you're part of smart money stoics, right? You like that? Yeah, Twitter's been going crazy since yesterday. I don't want to get into it, but you know, good trade management there. I can always appreciate that. So anyway, we trade into that, and we trade off of it. And I noticed this gap here. I was going to long that. That was right in the middle of lunch, so I did not. And now, you know, it's hard to say. I easily could see internal range liquidity at 60.80. That could be a possibility for the PM session, possibly the final hour. But let me tell you what is wrong with that picture. Dow took this morning's low. And that's about all I have to say for Dow. So see ya. What I've already told you on NQ, we have that resting set of low resistant lows here at that 420 level. So to me, I just don't think we've made a low of day yet. We could, but I just don't think that's the case. What's good, Natasha? What's good, Alex? What's good, Lewis? What's good, everyone? So I can't justify longs yet on ES because we have this lingering set of lows on NQ. It's hard for me to justify shorts after such a move like this. Still possible. You can still frame like low risk setups, but it's just not, I'm usually not comfortable with that. Sometimes yes, but sometimes no. Today it's no. Today it's no, not doing it. So, you know, we'll have to wait and see what unfolds, but yeah. So far, I feel like we could still possibly trade lower back into this gap from the, whatever I said it was, the fourth and the whatever third and something. That, I think we could trade into that, not take 6,059.5. You know, if we don't tag that level, we can still trade to the low end of this, but as long as we don't trade to that, if we get something, I would scalp it up to 60, 80, and possibly above that. Okay, that makes sense. So if we come down and through that and we tag 60.59.5, I am just gonna go watch Yellowstone or something and wouldn't be interested in anything today for ES. All right. Do you look at the metals today? Metals, silver was doing actually really well. It was up like 4% at one point. See, that you love to see. You love to see it. We're approaching that. Well, we kind of already been there, but that end of year, beginning of new year possible swing. So maybe we've made a low, maybe we haven't. I don't know. Okay, I don't always know. Gold has finally, I guess, done something within the last couple of weeks. Since about the 26th, it hasn't done anything in a sustained range, like a sustained movement, meaning like a strong up close or a strong down close. It's been just straight chop nation, consolidation nation. It's not bad. There's a certain way of trading that environment, but I know most people like, I feel like would like sustainability, you know, not just like chop nation. And you see it on Twitter all the time, right? Price action sucks. Price action sucks, but I nailed the high and the low. How does it suck? Or maybe it's you that sucks. Right? Maybe. I don't know. It's just speculation. That's all. It's just speculation. I feel like the chat is... Did I close the chat? Yes, I did. All right. I'll bump it to subs, because I know we have like 60 something people on here. So I will open the chat to subscribers. You know, feeling generous. It'll be 31 tomorrow. You guys can come on here and, I don't know, do whatever you got to do. You got out break even with micro ES? Yeah. Now you know why. Now you know why. So we shall see. Yeah, NQ, dude. Some lows here. They got swept at 12. All right, ES, a higher low at 12 as well, relative here. But, you know, who knows? The Dow Jones, bro. The Dowski. Hard to say, man. It's absolutely hard to say for me. For me, at least. But what do you guys think? I mean, it's almost looking like, I think I forgot to mention that, it was starting to, at one point, look like a market maker model. Right? Original consolidation, liquidity, and then we just ripped ass down to that higher time frame concept. So this to me, or even this here, is looking like the low risk buy or the first stage to go higher. But again, as stated, for those of you that are hopping on late, that 420 level, right? Having those, let's go back to the 1 hour. The 1 hour, okay, lows here, that to me just seems primed for a run down there. Like, so what I'm saying is, when you look at this overall picture, right? I mean, this looks like a market maker sell model. And so the profit release portion of that model, in my opinion, would be down here. And so we might have a short-term rally, sure, but that to me should just be a fade to go lower below here. If this is our low of day and we trade higher and then close into the close of business today, I don't know. I would just be wrong and that's it. My crystal ball ran out of batteries this weekend and I didn't charge it, you know, so appreciate that, Junior. Thank you. I'm about to eat like shit. I have been eating like shit the last couple days. But we won't discuss it. We won't discuss it. QQQ 15 minutes. In comparison to what, Ricky? ES or Dow or both? I know you like to look at all three at the same time. Here's the thing. So if we go to triple Qs, Thursday, Wednesday. So we did take Thursday's low today. On the triple Q side. I mean, so that is a possibility that we may have made a low of day. And these are still low resistant highs. SPY, however, has reached a further target lower, which was Wednesday, the 4th, right? These lows in here. That was tagged. So, sure, maybe we made low of day. It is possible. So to me, you know, I still get that question sometimes. John, do you trust the ETFs or do you trust the futures? Well, when they align, that's what I enjoy. When they are not showing the same thing, you know, that's when my accuracy suffers. What have you been taking notes on? Still taking notes after all these years, Ricky? Still taking notes. What do you take notes on, though, is what I'm getting at. Are you talking about like every concept has premium and discount and inverted mitigations and shit? Things that nobody else taught you in the MLM industry until me. Right, Dylan. Right. So, yeah, again, it's hard to say what this wants to do. Bulls take the stairs, bears jump out the window. And that's definitely something we see here too. 70-something people. I mean, we're getting a lot of people today. You know, we had like 40 the other day. Now we've got like 70. What's going on? Not complaining though. Welcome everybody. US 30 is a CFD. So you could look at DJI or DIA. You could look at both of those. Ricky, are you still with us? What have you been taking notes on? I didn't even walk you through the rest of the tweets. I kind of just threw the first one on there and left it at that. Yeah, no, I agree, fam. I definitely agree. Definitely agree. $12:30. All right, so we are at the open of a new 30-minute candle. So like new 30, 15, 5, all that. So we shall see. Was good, G? What is everyone else up to? We have like 70, 71 people in here. Was good, Paulus? What's something new you've learned about trading this year, John? Or would you say after 10 years of trading, you've learned pretty much everything, and at this point, it's the same old for you? All right. Well, look, I'll put it to you this way. If I ever tell you I've learned enough, that's not a good thing. Okay, that's not a good thing. What have I learned new this year in trading? Ooh, that's a good one, to be honest. That's a good one. I don't know. I don't know. The last thing that I learned, I don't know. I don't know, dude. That's a wonderful question. I don't have an answer for that. I don't really seek out videos and stuff like that anymore. Most of the time, it's either something I already know or it's wrong. So I spend like half the time correcting people, and who wants to do that? And I don't actively seek these like, I don't suffer from shiny object syndrome. Okay, I'm not going and looking at all these things that these goobers on Twitter are posting. This new thing, that new thing. That's all a gimmick to just sell shit. In my opinion. So for me, it's like, and again, I don't want to sound arrogant. Okay, I really don't. But you saw what I did last week. I tweeted the very minute of the low and the very minute of the high. Who can show me something better than that? There's not a fucking soul out there that can. I'm sorry. It can't be done. But what about ICT, John? What about him? What about him? He's pretty accurate. Sometimes. He ain't accurate all the time. But, what do you do when there's no room for improvement on timing the market like that? What do you do then? What do you do? How can you improve after that? The only improvement is now doing that every single time, which, I haven't obviously done. But it's not that there's not room for improvement. It's just nobody on the YouTube side, or at least that I know of, is showing things that can be more precise than that. So, it's just not out there. Or maybe it is and I just haven't seen it yet, but that's that. I mean, when you know what you're doing, I run a community, right? Teach you guys to get, your shit together. I'm going to put that video out in the morning or maybe later tonight. That was the stream we did on Friday. I just clipped it though down to like 18 minutes. Cut out all the bullshit. Most of it, at least. You know, so it's like, why watch content when it doesn't compete? Eberneth, I'm still working on that. The how to get funded video, I already had that like pretty much outlined and ready to go. I just have to record it. But I need to put out the mistakes one first. And I was working on that yesterday, full disclosure. So it's coming. I'll probably work on that today. I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow. I'm just going to wake up and I don't know. I'm not going to trade. I don't want to take an L on my birthday, so I won't trade tomorrow, but I don't know. We'll figure it out. But I will do my best to put that out by the end of the year. Okay? Or at least have it done by the end of the year. And then in January will be the how to get funded video. But I'm going to change it to and just do it the way I want to do it instead of trying to include some of you guys, because it's too much trying to get schedules aligned and all that kind of shit. So I'm just going to do it myself. All right. New high on NQ. So yeah, I mean, ES is probably going to follow suit and go ahead and get up there. So, I guess we'll watch for that. I don't understand your question. Do you think it's okay to stay with a session and be consistently profitable? For example, trading just London on currencies. Oh, there's your high. There's 60.80. Ain't that a bitch? I think beginners, or for those that aren't profitable yet, you know, who can't find consistency, I think what you're looking for, and this may not be you per se, but I'm just saying in general, I think what people are looking for is a shortcut. They're looking for something simple, you know, that's gonna magically fix their profitability. And trading and in business, leadership, personal development, everything else, it's not that simple. It's just not that simple. I feel like when you try to simplify it, okay, you end up closing yourself off from opportunities. Meaning if you only stick to London and you don't look at New York, you know, you're cutting off your opportunities to trade. You're cutting your opportunities off to learn and to watch, you know, live price. So to me, that doesn't make sense to cut it down to just one particular session if you can do more. Now, if that's all you can do, that's all you can do. But I just wouldn't recommend that. You know, when people say one time frame, one asset, one session, I think that's the fucking stupidest thing you can do. I think that is the dumbest thing you can do, because you're not doing multi-time frame analysis. You're not, you know, doing any relative strength analysis. So you're flying with fucking blurry, a blurry windshield. So your vision is severely limited, which means you're not studying those things either. So you're not getting the right experience either. So you're not looking at the right shit. You're not studying the right things. You're not getting the right experience. You're limiting your trading opportunities as well. You're just shooting yourself in the foot is what you're doing. And content or, you know, tweets and stuff that are promoted to do that, I just think that's so wrong. You know, I just think that's wrong. And that's where I think a lot of you guys get these ideas from. I mean, you can try it, and if it works for you, then it works. But those people that are saying that, they're not tweeting at the highs, they're not tweeting at the lows, and they're sure as fuck not doing both. Okay? They're not doing fucking either one, much less both. So listen to who you want to. That's all I'm saying. All right? How to get funded and then stay funded. Well, don't be a dumbass, right? DBAD. Don't be a dumbass. Follow your risk. There's I don't know what the word is, dynamic, where your risk is not the same when you lose. If you're on a losing streak, you cut risk in half until you get your losses back. So theoretically, you should never hit full stop out unless you just magically trade, many times in a row and you just keep getting it wrong and keep getting it wrong. And I mean, hell, if you take 10 trades in a row that are wrong, I'll be impressed. Like, no shit, I will be impressed if you can take 10 trades in a row that are wrong. I'd want to see that. Shit, I'd pay money to see that. $21,580. You're bullish on NQ, huh? That makes sense. Your name's Atomic Habit. Nice. If you haven't started trading yet, I would not start trading in December. I would wait until January. But I would at least trade demo. I would at least watch it and get some experience. I mean, a month ain't going to be that much of time, but at least you'll have somewhat more of a head start, I guess. Yeah, Flacco, I mean, I agree to an extent. I mean, the industry's never going to be cleaned up. There's more people coming in than there is that are leaving. So. Abundant mindset, Felix. Gratitude. If you take partials, then you take partials however many you want. If you're only in 2 contracts, then I guess you're partialing half then. You can close one and leave the other, even if it runs in your favor. There is no like one answer that's better than the other. Oh, I'm going to hold full. Okay, we'll hold full. Oh, I'm going to, partial. All right, well then partial. It's whatever you want to do. I'm not going to tell you hold the whole thing or, partial every time. But if I had to pick a side, I would tell you partial every time. I would say partial every single time. Because you're growing that account, or you're trying to at least. You're trying to get that combine. You're trying to get that funded account or whatever. Man, I shouldn't have wore a hoodie. It's fucking hot. I got these lights on in here, dude. I'm about to turn the lights off. About to turn the lights off, chat. For real. For real. So, let's see. Oh, that's not what I wanted. That is what I wanted. All right, so let's take a few things off of here so we can clean this up a little bit. It's probably as much as I can do without it being bonkers. So 25% level, right? Discount, end of the discount, right? We took these highs. We'll need to see what we do, right? Do we get above 50%? Do we cross into that premium and then gun for 6,100? Or do we not? And that is the question. So 6,082 is the halfway point. 82. So we'll just have to see what happens, man. But we're getting near the end of the session. We actually have the the next macro coming up here in a minute, in about 5 minutes. Stay away from December. Yeah, that's garbage. Every December, the last like number of years has been fine. Look what I did last week. That was also in December. These people mimic other mentors, or they just mimic other people and they just go along with them. Oh, well, ICT said December sucks, so December must suck. How about you fucking think for yourself and become an independent thinker? Because ICT also said Bitcoin would go to 100K, or wouldn't go to 100K, that it would go to 0 instead. He would delete his YouTube channel if it hit 100K. Well, it fucking hit 100K, and the guy's still walking around. So, you know, pick and choose wisely. That's all I'm saying. Nobody's right 100% of the time. Not even myself, bro. I'm not right 100% of the time. Shit, I wish. That's just not how it is. Nobody is. It doesn't matter how much they seem like they are. They aren't. So learn to think for yourself. I mean, respectfully. I'm not trying to talk shit. I'm just saying respectfully. There you go, George. Last December was one of his best months. There you go. December sucks, but it was your best month, right? Come on. I start talking shit about ICT, I start losing people. All right, that's fine. That is fine, me boy. You think that's funny, Flacco? You think that's funny? 82. There's 82. So we just crossed 50%. So, all right. Well, I guess that lower low on Dow, accumulation on NQ. I mean, I told you that's what it was looking like. Okay, we started the session down in here, and I was saying, you know, this might be, you know, the higher time frame concept. This might be the low risk buy for the first stage accumulation. So if we did end up doing that, if this is a buy model, if this is going to go higher, then we might consolidate a little bit more and then blast up there. But I don't think I'm interested in that today. I think I'll just let it go. Even if it flies up there, I'll just let it go. The one that got away. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I would agree. Okay. Well, welcome back, Atomic. Well, welcome back. Yeah, I don't think... I don't know. I don't see myself not trading. You know what I mean? Like, trading just is, it's fun. I like it. You know, those people that say trading should be boring. I mean, why? What's boring about it? You fuckers like sports, and that shit's rigged. I mean, if you can have fun watching sports, then you can definitely have fun in trading, because it's rigged too. Don't ever become a philosopher, bro. Don't ever learn like arguments and, you know, logic and stuff, because you're gonna start realizing how fucking dumb people are. People say the most dumbest shit. That's why I'm gonna make that video probably next year sometime. You know, the worst advice on Twitter. I have a bunch of screenshots that I could share. Just the worst advice. Don't worry, it's coming, chat. It's coming. I'm gonna have some fun with that shit. I don't know, Dylan. I'm not really a Wyckoff guy. And no, I don't use the bar replay tool. I don't recommend the bar replay tool. You don't get to watch live price. You just get to see if it panned out or not instantly. And it's kind of like the TikTok of trading. It's just cutting your attention span, and it's just not realistic. And I don't recommend it. I never used it. I pretty much learned how to trade before the bar replay tool even existed. Go look at my TradingView profile. I've been with TradingView by themselves for like 7 or 8 years. It says that on my profile. I've been doing this a long fucking time. And I never had that. In the beginning, you know, they never had the bar replay tool. And they eventually came out with it. And I was like, oh, that's kind of cool, but you know, never used it. I played around with it to see like what it was, but I was just like, no, it gives you a false sense of studying, in my opinion. But what do I know? I'm just a person. Just one guy. All right, 12. Oh, the macro started. Wow. So we took these highs like prior to the macro. That is interesting. That is interesting, chat. Interesting indeed. I guess we'll take a look at dollar in a minute, and then we'll hop off after that. I don't think I had anything else in mind for today. I don't think so. Are all of you in the Discord? Or for those of you that are members here, are you in the Discord? Nice, Dylan. Felix, I know you're in there. I was really more so talking to like the newer people. Just to make sure that they know that they have access to that. All right, well, in closing, I'll tell you this. Excuse me. I am getting ready to finish this one, Epictetus, The Complete Works by Robin Waterfield. I'm like mostly done with it. And it's because like the notes alone are like 10% of it. Yeah, like 15% of it. References and notes and all that stuff. Textual notes, blah, blah, blah. All the stuff that I never really look at. Huh. Very similar to the Discourses and Selected Writings, the Penguin Classics one. And I know a couple of you read that one last month. And I feel like the ones who did read it enjoyed it. I don't think I've had somebody come to me yet like, oh, John, you recommend shitty books. I don't think so. Have you guys read it? Have you guys read Epictetus or not? And then I'm also getting ready to finish Leadership in Turbulent Times by Doris Goodwin. Doris Goodwin. That one's a really solid one. I learned a lot about Theodore. There's things about Theodore Roosevelt I never knew. And Abe Lincoln too. They were, bro, all of them were readers. All of them. Founding fathers, presidents, they were all readers. But more on history and stuff like that later on. I won't get into that today. Just started Art of Living. Is that the Sharon LaBelle one? The small one? Naruto, what do you think of meditations? What do you think now that you've gone through it a second time? Oh yeah, that's a good one. I forgot who said that. They said not all readers are leaders, but all leaders are readers. I don't know if that was Truman. Man, I don't know. This is why we have to have notes, chat. Who said that? Oh, that was Truman. Ooh, yes, it was. Man. See? I knew some shit. That was Truman. See, chat? You gotta get smart. You gotta get smart. Definitely deeper the second time around. Marcus Aurelius has been in my head, keeping me disciplined to my nature and more focused on what is important. Yeah. Exactly. Yep, Dylan, I agree. That is a good observation. He said, my key takeaway so far from the book is the beginning of understanding happiness is the realization that there will be things outside of your control. Right. The DOC, the dichotomy of control. He said our chief task in life is to divide everything into two categories, things we do control and things we don't control. So to focus on things that we can control and be indifferent to everything else. Now, Epictetus, to be fair, he's a bit extreme when it comes to like the indifference part. He's like, when you kiss your child goodnight, remind yourself that they too are mortal. It's like, well, damn. You're not wrong, but you know, that's a very high level of indifference to try and just be like, oh, my child died. Let me just move on. Like, that's probably impossible. But he makes a good point though. You know, start with the little things and then work your way up to the bigger things. Like, I think one of the students had asked him, he said, my brother is mad at me. How do I not make him mad at me? And Epictetus was like, why would I talk to you about your brother's anger? I need to talk to your brother, not to you. Yeah. Epictetus is a bit sassy sometimes too. He loves calling people slaves for some reason. He's like, you slave, you idiot. Which other translations, I don't think it came out that way. But in this one, oh yeah. He called, it's just so funny to me. And it's funny about the lamp too. You guys will know what I'm talking about if you read Epictetus. I've laughed a few times because he keeps bringing up the lamp. But if you know, you know. As a Forex trader, do you think I will find enough material to study from your content as a member? Well, let's see. There's over 800 videos on this channel. So if you can't find enough content in 800 videos, then I cannot help. You are out of the realm of my help. I cannot help you. If you can't find enough in fucking 800 videos. Dylan, so that was Shakespeare, I believe. nothing is good or bad, but thinking makes it so. I think that was a line from Shakespeare. You'll have to Google that one. Yes, Naruto. He didn't become a, what the fuck? Epictetus, I don't think he became a teacher until he was right around 30, so right around my age, but he was a slave leading up to that. He had a limp leg. But him and Seneca both talk about slavery in the physical sense as well as the mental sense as well. He's like, I don't think he said this directly, but Epictetus basically said, look, you're rich, but you're a slave because you never have enough money. You never have enough wine. You never have enough slaves, I guess. You know, you're never satisfied and you're always chasing things. So you're not free at all. He's like, I'm free. I don't need money. I don't need clothes. I don't need your approval. I don't need anything from you. I don't need anything. I'm free. You're not. So there is the physical things and there's the mental things as well. Oh, look at that. 2 for 2, chat. It was a quote from Hamlet. Man, that's not fucking bad, huh? That's not bad at all. Become smart, chat. Work hard to become smart, so that way, one day, you'll be smart enough not to work hard. I'm just trying to be like, you know, Ryan Holiday, knowing a bunch of shit. Knowing a bunch of shit, teaching a bunch of shit, living, you know, in a much better way too. Yeah, certain things from Shakespeare we would not have had it not been due to Seneca. Like Seneca literally influenced. Seneca changed like the direction of plays, like playwright, just in general. It's actually very interesting. But you wouldn't know about it unless you read, chat. You got to get to reading. You got to read every day. Here's the last thing I'll tell you as we watch we opened the hour a couple minutes ago. They're in the middle of my what I've been talking about. But Roosevelt's story is very interesting. He was a very sickly kid. He had asthma, just like Seneca, by the way. They both had like really, really bad asthma. You know, couldn't breathe, frail body. You know, it was pretty bad. There was actually some people believed that Roosevelt as a kid would not make it because I think his mother was the same way and she died relatively early. You know, and so they were like, well, shit, Roosevelt might die too, but he didn't. He ended up making it. So instead of going outside to play with the other children, you know, of the neighborhood or whatever, the town, I guess. So instead of going out to play, you know, physical activities like the baseball and the tag and, you know, the things that little kids do, ride bikes and shit, I guess. This was the late 1800s to early 1900s. And so instead of going outside, what he did is he stayed inside and he would read a lot of books. So thankfully, Roosevelt's dad was fairly wealthy. So he would buy him books and I think mentors and stuff too, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, there comes a point where Roosevelt does go outside and he gets bullied by these two kids. You know, they make fun of him. Like, oh, you're skinny, you're frail, we could beat your ass or whatever. And so he gets frustrated. He goes back home and he goes, Dad, I want to learn how to box. So his dad buys him, his dad builds a gym at home in the back. I think it was the back porch. That was a little bit earlier than what I'm telling you though. But he goes to his dad after, you know, he gets made fun of, and he goes, I want to learn how to box. So his dad hires a tutor and teaches him boxing. And then here's what's really cool too. And I promise you can look all of this up. You can Google exactly what I'm telling you. No shit. While in the White House, Roosevelt is boxing. Look it up. Literally look it up. He's in the White House boxing. Now he eventually stops because one time he got hit in the face and almost lost his eye. So he's like, okay, we gotta relax. But knowing something like that is really cool. Like, just imagine VP or president or whatever, and they're just in the White House, just like, yeah, throwing jabs and shit. It's cool. It's cool to me. But anyway, I say all that to say all the badass people throughout history, Truman, Roosevelt, you know, the list goes on and on and on. They read a lot. They read Stoics as well. You know, Cicero, Seneca, and Marcus Aurelius, the very same people that I'm trying to get you to read. They read all of them too. And their lives became pretty incredible. But I'll do more lessons on Roosevelt later on. Not today, obviously, but stuff like that is just really cool to me because you want to follow the path of the people that did great things. You know? You heard that the other week in a YouTube video, Naruto? Nice. Yeah, Bazell, or I can't say your name. Bazell FX. That's probably not how it sounds. You're just gonna have to keep at it, man. You got to figure out what you're doing wrong and fix it. Go through the beginner series, go through the advanced series. You know, I noticed that you're not a member of this channel, and you don't have to be. You don't have to be. But I have tons of free content for everybody. So you can go through that, and maybe that'll help you too. All right, have a good one, Ricky. All right, chat, that'll pretty much be it for today, man. I really don't know what we're going to do here. I honestly can't say. ES looks weak. I don't want to long something that's weak. And then we still have this lingering 420 level down here. I think I'm just going to walk away, bro. I think I'm going to go have lunch and then just walk away. Yeah, see, Dow's making a new low of day too. Okay, yeah. See, I'm done. I'm done, chat. I am skedaddling. I don't want anything to do with this market today. So I'll come back on Wednesday. Okay, I'll be here for the live stream tomorrow, sure. But I'm not trading tomorrow. But I will look to start trading again on Wednesday. All right? So, see you guys tomorrow. Y'all be blessed. We'll be here. Same time, same place, right here on YouTube at 1 p.m. Eastern. Okay? On tomorrow, December 10th. My birthday. All right? So be good. I'll see you then.